Hello, I'm Dr. Caldwell with Phoenix Mobile Veterinarians, and our clients sometimes have questions about their dog deworming treatments. We've written down these questions, and my assistant Ariana is going to be asking them to me today.
Dr. Caldwell, how is my dog tested for worms?
Your dog is going to be tested for worms by collecting a fecal sample, and what we do is we collect that fecal sample and we get it sent off to the lab. Once we get the results back, they're going to be checking for eggs in the stool, as well as what's called an antigen test, which is a exposure test. And depending on the results from what we see from the antigen test and what they physically see in the stool sample, we'll have a diagnosis for if your dog has parasites.
What medication is used for deworming in dogs?
Well, there's actually multiple different medications that we use for deworming in dogs, and it really just depends on the parasite that we have. There's not one parasitic medication that treats everything, so we really want to diagnose the specific parasite that we have so we can treat with the specific medication.
Can I deworm my dog at home?
Well, you can deworm your dog at home, but once again, we really want to make sure that we have the right medication for the right parasite.
How often should my dog be dewormed?
Well, that really just depends. If you have parasites, we want to treat them up as often as they get it. However, if you don't have parasites, then there's no reason to treat. Regardless of if an animal is showing any signs of parasites or not, we always recommend an annual fecal check just to make sure they don't have anything, because certain parasites don't show clinical signs. And it's more often than not, we'll actually diagnose parasites on a routine fecal check when the owner had no idea that their animal had parasites. And so doing that annual check is really important. Now, if you notice that your animal is having diarrhea, or if you've spoken with your veterinarian, it's always going to be recommended that you do a fecal check to check for parasites at that time.
What happens when my dog is dewormed?
When your dog's dewormed, what we're trying to do is we're actively trying to kill the parasite. Now, depending on the parasite that we see and that we're treating, ideally what's going to happen is that the parasite is going to die and they're going to pass that parasite through their stool. So after they're dewormed, you may actually see passing of the parasite in the stool. Well, I hope this answered your questions. If there's anything else we can answer for you, give us a call at Phoenix Mobile Veterinarians.